Hey guys, I am here at one of our newest base camps. So this is a 5-house complex. It used to be a commercial farm, and so we acquired this property to essentially be one of many things. So to be a training ground for mechanics that come in for the mining, that come in for the farming, and also to be a farming training ground. So we have quite a few things that I'll show you in just a second. I've been filming with our Blackmagic camera, got it here, our cinema camera, but it's essentially we got I wanted to put out something really quick that we could utilize for the community, kind of give you an update. I know everybody's been like, you've been there for a week, what's going on, what are you doing? We want to know. So that's what this is for. It's essentially something I can just throw up, film myself, and we can upload here in Africa. So this right here is part of the property. We're getting it all sealed, filling it back in. It's for fish, tilapia, lots of different types of fish farming can be done there. Pretty cool. So that's to do pilot programs for new types of fish. It's to do training for new people that we have coming in to raise fish. I believe we have a 40,000 hectare farming project that we're going to be taking over, and so that's kind of where the metal meets the road and why we're getting in there and trying to prepare for that. So that will essentially, the whole idea behind the farming element, the mining is the profitability of the mining is astronomical compared to anything like farming related or really anything to do with agriculture. So it's kind of a side thing. It's not really something that we want to, it's not our main focus. Obviously the mining is, but it's neat because what it does is it gives us a lot of leeway with government. It helps us to show them that we're here for the people. We're here, we care about the people, we care about lowering food costs, we care about sustainability of food, sustainability of jobs, and then it feeds into kind of one of the main initiatives that we have, and that's the the orphanage and kind of that structure. But that wasn't actually supposed to be out in the community or anything like that. That was kind of something that I had talked to some people about, and we had put it out there a little bit because we wanted government to know, like, this is something that we're working on, and it went from there. But that is probably one of our main side focuses, and this all really falls into that. So creating jobs for people, creating a system that promotes education, a system that promotes the future, that really promotes initiative and drive, and not that these people need it. They have have some amazing work ethics here, and I love it. But it's really just something that we can do to give back as we mine and as we're allowed to. The people in Southern Africa are absolutely amazing people, and we just wanted to do what we can to give back, and it's just something that's been on our hearts. It's been in my family's heart. So anyway, we got right here we have essentially a base orchard. It just kind of shows individuals how to grow different things, how to pick different things when the time comes. So it's just got, and it's pretty small, but it's got really a setup where there's coffee beans and lemons, limes, papayas, bananas, you name it, pretty much everything. You got your coffee beans here. So if you come here to this visitor center, which I assume that if you come this far, you might as well go to all of them and kind of get things, you kind of get the full taste of everything that we're doing in Africa. But if you come to this visitor center, I'm hoping by the time that you would be here, you'd be able to drink some of the coffee ground and be kind of fun. So then we have just some elements of farming. I mean, it's a pretty big property. I'll just kind of poke around, but it's just kind of showing different people how to plant different things, lettuce, peppers, pretty much the spectrum. Just kind of one of those little things I thought I'd talk about. But so as far as the mining, I spent the first part of the trip working on Knox wire and getting the team really set up, the team going, and I mean, just continuing to push, you know, on different meetings, supporting different meetings. We've got a lot. We had a lot of high level stuff going on the last week, but also prepping for this next week, which is really I call it the 3 mine rush. So the plan is to hit 3 mines this week, or 3 claims. So we have equipment going to 2 separate claims at the same time. I'll kind of go through, but you know, we've got several claims that we are moving equipment to. One of them, I don't know we'll have equipment to by the time I get there, but the other 2, we've got those going up. And in fact, tomorrow they've got a 50-ton excavator being unloaded at probably one of my favorite ones. It's very close to the Capitol, very close to where I'm at. I am absolutely thrilled about this. We finally got all of the paperwork done that we needed to, all approved. We've got some great high-level connections here that have helped out tremendously. So we have our environmentals done, all the approvals, we have the mining license, we've got everything, and that is like the golden trifecta. Just getting to that point usually takes 3 years, and we've knocked that out in 2 separate claims. Actually, well, we've gotten 3, if not almost 4, but I guess I should say a few lucrative, very, very, very lucrative ones that we've just got. And yeah, I'm really excited. So we have the buyers, we have everything lined up. It is absolutely, it's gonna kick some butt in my opinion. So I'm excited to go there, show you guys, which is what we'll be doing in the next couple days. So that will be shot with the Blackmagic cinema camera. We'll get that probably together when I get back to South Africa, to the office, and we can get that uploaded, start processing it, and get that out there. So that'll be fun. Anyway, guys, I cannot be more excited. I've heard a few people talk about some of the things that we're doing here with, you know, I guess with announcements in terms of Knox wire and different things. Of course, we had the fees. We'll have the fees date coming up. I'll get with the team on that. We'll have the next fee drop. It should be a little bit more actually this time. We've got some of the volume coming in from the larger clients that we've gotten. It's quite a few of the larger clients. So it's getting, I mean, it's getting good. So we have that. Then we have GSX going crazy still. Now, and I talked about Knox Bank. So, which is just going to be called Knox because it's actually not going to be a bank. It's not going to be on a banking license. And that's actually, I'll kind of explain why that's a good thing. And right now, especially, I don't know if you guys have seen what's going on with the bank runs recently. So in cryptocurrency, with exchanges, for instance, so you have a lot of people, a lot of exchanges that kind of ran their exchange like a bank does. And so what a bank does is it goes out and it loans basically 90% of the cash they have that they get in. So they're taking your money. That's why they program every kid when they're growing up to save money. Save money. They want you to save it in the bank so they can loan it out. And I always tell people it's not always the best thing to save. Better to buy some real estate. Better to buy some gold or invest in the stock market personally. Maybe not on high risk things, but go like make money with your money. Don't just put your money in a bank. Anyway, so so what's going on now is people are getting kind of freaked out because they hear something. Okay, Silicon Valley Bank doesn't have enough cash. They're extended. They have bonds in the U.S. That are worth a lot less, and they have a lot less capital to back the money in my account. Ooh, I'm going to go move it. And if enough people do that, they only have 10% at any given time of of the capital that they have out. They call it a run to the bank. Boom, it's shut down, and everybody loses their money. So anyway, the reason why I like just going the financial institution route rather than being necessarily the bank model is because the bank sounds safer. But in reality, a payment institute like PayPal is infinitely, and it wouldn't seem like it, but infinitely safer because they can't loan your money out. So I don't know what. Don't quote me on PayPal because I don't know what they can do with your money. But a standard financial institution like us, we don't loan any money out. We keep, so you send $1, we have $1 in our accounts, and that's spread out. So we can't use that money. We don't use anybody's money. It's in there. So we make money from fees. Yeah, we don't give interest rates that are crazy like some accounts can, or some saving accounts. Honestly, anymore, banks don't even, they don't give you very much to have money in your debit, if anything. So a financial institution makes it from fees, but they always have your money. So you want to take all of your money out. If every single person wants to take all of their money out, they can. So that's actually why I got out of the exchange business. A lot of these exchanges do what FTX did. They go out there and they use people's deposits to make money, and they do make a lot of money. Some of them make a lot of money, but also you can lose money. That's why I never did that. So what we did was, basically, when you sent 1 Bitcoin, we had 1 Bitcoin. When you sent 1 XRP, we had 1 XRP. We didn't touch any of that. And we didn't make very much money because of that. That's how they make their money. They use those funds and they generate income because it's not regulated. So that's why I said, you know what? And that was also another problem. We had to hedge a lot of that we had coming in. So we have 1-to-1. We're not making very much. We're making a small amount on fees, like a very small amount of fees. So we had those those deposits, but we had to put those deposits in other large exchanges. Fortunately, I don't think we had anything on FTX. We had a partner that divvied that out, but I don't believe we ever had anything on FTX, and we definitely didn't lose anything on it. So that's good. But when we kept seeing exchanges go down, and we had to provide the liquidity from 300 exchanges, which is amazing. And I loved our system. We had to have equity. We had to have deposits on 300 exchanges. So it's a kind of a catch-22. So you're offering something that's amazing. You're offering their liquidity, but you're also if one of those guys, I know that we did everything exactly right to the T, but I don't know what they've done, and I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea, like with FTX. So when I saw that, I said, this is not worth it for us. We're spending a lot of our time, energy, resources to keep this going as a service to the community, but it's dangerous, and we don't really want to play with people's money. We don't want to not even play with it, but we don't want to risk anything happening to anything. I would just say research the exchange you use, because they also have money in your crypto and a lot of other exchanges. So that's why I wanted to get out while we had everything 1-to-1. It was perfect. Everybody got their money back, and it just was smooth. So I don't know. That's one of the benefits, though, of this Knox system, is that when you put in 100 euros or 100 pounds or $100, your $100 is there. You can take it out anytime. I don't really care. So that's cool. It's going to start out with the ability to go in there and make deposits and send to anywhere. Cool thing about that is we're going to be adding huge amount of mobile money. So we're going to have, like, I don't know, if you live somewhere, in the States, we don't really use mobile money very much, but if there is, something that if there is a system that you use, most likely it's on Knoxwire. But like if you're in Africa, especially if you're in, Europe, it's super, super quick. You can send money to anybody. So you can store money there. Technically it's offshore. You can store your money there. It's 1-to-1. You don't have to worry about it being, and that we will definitely audit. As money comes in, we'll just publish a statement with our bank account, and then we'll also go in there and, we don't really care. It's easy. It's an easy thing. It's like somebody goes in and says, okay, there's this much in deposits. You have this much in the account. That's an easy thing to audit. And that's when an audit is necessary. We don't really care about that. We don't care to do that. Anyway, so the hope is to kind of grow that as a side is kind of a peer-to-peer transaction system alongside Knoxwire, but it also uses Knoxwire. So you'll be able to go in there, and if you want to send money to, your aunt in Canada, boom, I think it's real time in Canada, or your cousin in Australia, boom, real time. So you can keep your money there, don't have to go through Swift, don't have to go through all that garbage, and you can send money really, really quick. Just an option, something that I like to do. You can go and trade currencies. I think it's a pretty low FX rate. So you can trade currencies, and then the hope is to get, we'll get Visa cards on there as quickly as possible. We'll get, I'm trying to think, we'll probably get, so crypto to Visa is the next big thing. It's something that's really, it takes a lot of effort, and that's something that we've been working on. And we get it, and then a bank like Silvergate goes down, and then it's like, that's the provider, or, they deal with Silvergate. So because they were the kind of the main crypto bank. So there's a few things that we just have to, run with the punches on. But the, having an account, that's pretty much done. So we'll get that up as soon as humanly possible, and allow deposits on it. So it'll just be part of that Knoxwire ecosystem. So yeah, and actually, in touching on that, if you have a business, plug it in to Knox, and you can send transactions the same way you would send, you can send payments the same way you would send them on Knoxwire. Well, I mean, if you're a business and you want to get on Knoxwire, we can just get you on Knoxwire, and you can send transactions. So that's not a problem. I think a lot of you probably saw how it works on TJ's video. It's pretty amazing. But so yeah, that I just wanted to touch on Knox Bank, because a lot of people ask about that. So going forward, Knox announcements too. We have gotten rid of pretty much everybody. We have a few of the people that have caused a ruckus left. Actually, I think we just have one left, and I'm pretty sure he got served already. He should have already gotten served. I'm not gonna say his name just in case he hasn't been. Don't want to give him any clues, but so yeah. So there's a few that I think. Yeah, mainly one person, but yeah, we've gotten that knocked down tremendously. So we'll definitely be getting announcements up and getting things rolling again. And I mean, really, we have nothing but good things to look forward to at this point. We've never been closer. In the entire time we've been in Africa, we have never had the success that we've had in the last even 2 months. It's been absolutely phenomenal. Now, we haven't gone out there and just splurted. I mean, I haven't gone out there and said everything that's been happening. That's for a good reason. I'm just sick of people going and like sending 10 dozen emails and causing issues. So we haven't been putting out anything on a lot of the success that we've had. Actually, pretty much all of it that we've had. But I'm going to kind of explain most of it, or not most of it, but some of it, as we go to the mines and as I show kind of what's going on there. And that is going to be, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So that in and of itself is going to be probably, I'd say, the most eye-opening thing for most people, seeing it, seeing the machines come in and actually seeing things roll. And I'm talking about a backhoe. I'm talking about for exploration, I'm talking about 50-ton excavators, and hopefully we can get the 30-ton out there at the same time. But I mean, there's some big heavy-duty equipment, and we've got quite a few mines rolling out at the same time, and it's just the perfect storm for everybody. And it's a good time for announcements. So getting all that up, a lot of the core things. So basically the core right now that we're focusing on is Knoxwire, Knox Bank, or what will be Knox, and the mining side. So the minerals, we're not doing a lot of processing now, but we'll do some processing and partnerships around the minerals. So those are that's what I'm throwing everything at that. We don't want to have a broad focus that we do a bunch of things and they're not that great. We've learned from mistakes of the past. I have, and a lot of those are mine, for throwing things out there too soon when, before we had the team to commit to making it perfect. So now I'm just focused on getting these things perfect, then announcing, rather than announcing whenever it's kind of like a few of the things that we've announced already. So everybody has been excited about announcements. They wanted announcements out there, and we've tried to please everybody, and part of that, I definitely did a disservice. Really, you don't with RippleNet or Ripple. All those, MasterCard, a lot of those big companies don't. Number one, they don't talk about anything that they have coming anytime before it comes. You never do that, and that's something that I've done. As I've tried to give you guys kind of a glimpse of what's coming up without giving you too much, but I found that that's even become a bad thing for. It's become a bad thing for the community, because they are, a lot of people will sit there and stare at the screen every day, and they get very frustrated when it doesn't come immediately. And this stuff is not quick stuff. It's stuff that also fluctuates a lot, especially with the environment that we're in and the nations that we're working in. It's okay, hey, we're ready to go now. And then actually, you know what, hold on, can we get this? Can you guys send me over, this regulation, this policy that you have, and then that policy requires licensing at this entity, and then we're like, oh no. So then we go back, we apply, and then the process starts, not starts over, but it kind of goes back to, we go back to the waiting game. So I don't want any more of that. That's why it's been so quiet. It seems like nothing's happening, seems like nothing's going on. That could not be further from the truth. So I haven't said anything. In fact, there's never been a time when we have more things happening at one time than now. And it's all coming to completion. So it's great. That's why I haven't been saying much, because I'm like, what's it gonna matter? 2 weeks or whenever. Essentially, I'm not. Oh goodness, I'm not giving a timeline. I'm just giving you an example. Okay, so in a week, 2 weeks, whatever the time frame may be, I know that you guys are gonna be excited. You guys are gonna be pumped, and it's not gonna matter. So you're gonna forget about a lot of this waiting. You're just gonna see, okay, that was worth waiting for, and that's what I've gotta say now. Going forward. So yes, it's slow, it's boring, there's not a lot going on, but we've never had more going on. And I don't expect you to take my word for it. Why don't you just come down and see it for yourself? You won't be able to see everything, but you'll be able to see a lot of the claims that we have going, and a lot of the fun things that we have. Even in the visitor center, and the main ones that I'm going to, I'm pretty sure anybody can go to any one of those. So there's only one that I have to we've got to take a plane to. So we're getting I believe it's a King Air. We're going up there, and we're viewing that one. That one should be ready. I believe it's going to be the one that may not be ready before I leave, but it's one that could be ready any day. And the other two that we're going to, that I will be filming at, I'll probably be going to a lot more, but I'll probably only film at those three. So those three, the two out of the three are ready. We've got equipment that should be there well before I get there, and that's gonna be fun. So guys, just wanted to give you an overall update. This is really long. I hope it doesn't take too long to upload, but have a great day. Thank you for your patience. If you want to see things happen, come down and visit. I probably won't be here when you do, but come down and visit. The team is amazing. The team is awesome. You will absolutely fall in love with each of the countries that we're working in, and you will fall in love with the people that work for us, because they are awesome. All right, have a great day. We'll do an AMA when I get back. Until then, stay tuned.